Okay, here we go. Happy late All Mother's Day. To any of you out there with progeny or not, to all of you of all shapes, sizes, colors, and generations, to all you dog moms, lizard moms, adopted moms, queer moms, to all you dog moms, lizard moms, adopted moms, queer moms, hockey moms, and all lovers of chosen family and community, I see you and I love you. Thank you for being who you are. There are people who cannot fathom their life without you. I personally understand that All Mother's Day can be a source of pain, trauma, and negative emotions for some. However, this year I was inspired to make it something worth celebrating. You could say that I felt inspired by motherhood. I love my mom. She loves me unconditionally. I am so happy to still have time to be with her. I love my partner, who made me a mother and is the birth mom of my wonderful children. I love being a mom. It is as fulfilling as it is difficult. I've been working on projects for all of my kids, but decided it was time to finish a long-term project for my son of choice, Ez. But I needed some inspiration. The piece is a wonderfully terrifying resin Minotaur sculpt. I can't remember the company or artist. I think it's Raging Heroes, I guess. I don't remember. But I heavily converted it to fit into a role-playing campaign that I was writing for my kids. So I took a one-night trip to beautiful Lava Hot Springs, Idaho with my Nate. Utah and southern Idaho have received a lot of snow and waterfall this past year. So the river, like the runoff, was fast. It was strong and it was really, really cold. I'm talking about mountain water cold, like from the tippy tops of Idaho. And this made the trickle of the natural hot springs affect only the topmost layer of water of the raging river. The surface of the water felt like 118 degrees Fahrenheit. I think that's 48 degrees Celsius, if Google is right. While our toes went numb from the whooshing ice water. The springs were historically used by local native tribes, such as the Shoshone and Bannock, and I believe I'm saying that right, as a winter safe haven, probably for hundreds of years, if not millennia. In the mid 1800s, the site was frequented by more white travelers and trappers heading west to Oregon and California and from Utah. And by 1902, again, if Wikipedia is right, the land was ceded to the U.S. federal government by those native tribes. The rain fell on us as we relaxed at the public hot springs. Well, I walked along the riverside and visited local shops and restaurants. The natural gardens and plant life were vibrant, and I obviously fell in love with stopping to take photos or to get a great shot of raindrops falling. Exploring the geological phenomena of the Fish Creek area was mind-blowing, and I loved it. I felt like I was experiencing the cycle of life as I appreciated the beauty around me. You know, the raging volcanic activity, the vibrant spring life. And that cycle of life was the exact inspiration I needed to finish what I am calling my blessed Minotaur for Ez. So here's the 411. I think this will make the third time that I've painted this particular model. In my story, this kind of creature is a real thing that lives on our planet. Well, not our planet in its current state. It's like a post global nuclear conflict Earth. I don't know, maybe 6,000 or 60,000 ACE. Um,
or more. And mutations have driven a species of pecore, I think, origin to become like an intelligent, nomadic, carnivorous herds people. Due to geographical changes of the world, from volcanic activity, weather patterns, and a really inconvenient this particular herd of Bav are renowned for their relationship with the bewildering great bileworm species. And bileworms are generally regarded as an untamable mass of teeth, danger, disease, and leathery hide. Yet the Bav have built an entire survival of their culture um, built on the symbolic relationship that they have with the great bileworm. You see, the freshly spawned maggots from any adult bileworm can be picked up along the trail or campsite and devoured raw. The tribe will often mix water with bileworm pus and boil it together as a sort of energy drink for long treks. This constitutes the normal food for the tribe. Unfortunately, consuming bileworms infect the Bav, but also provides glimpses into the will of their deity, Balu, a god of evolution through adversity and life and death cycles. This Minotaur is particularly blessed. Those watching the video, as opposed to those just listening to it, I mean, no shame, I guess. I listen to YouTube videos all the time when I'm falling asleep, so sorry. Where was I? Yes, if you're watching, you'll see various open wounds, tentacles, pustules, and all sorts of nastiness, showing how blessed this Minotaur truly is. While bileworm maggots are an abundant source of high protein food, they are parasites and prone to all sorts of diseases and mutations. Diseases that pass on to the Bav, right, that eat them. The strongest of the tribe are able to grow, tame adult bileworms, and perhaps make progeny. Some tribe members become zombified husks that slowly follow the main caravan. Some tribe members die as their bellies, backs, and limbs burst open to freshly incubated maggots, chewing their way out of their host with small razor-like teeth. Sometimes the Bav are not impregnated by the parasite, but instead grow an extra set of horns, hooves, or tendrils. The variance among the Bav is incredible and unique, as it is grotesque and chaotic. Others go on to be blessed with one of their own, a kid. That's a goat joke. The Bav evolved to be unisex, but with no physical means of propagating due to global radiation. Yet, Balu and the ingested bileworms provide. By releasing hormone-infused eggs into its host, predator victim, I guess. This Minotaur is not particularly blessed. But you can imagine that life is pretty brutal out on the steppes for a kid, for an adult, if they make it that long, who eats every meal, knowing that their meal could be the thing that kills them. Anyway, just some things that I'm thinking about as I'm painting uh, this incredibly gorgeous miniature, despite the backstory that I have given it. Okay, so before I attempt to try to um, like give any kind of technical advice as to how I painted this thing, I thought it would be fun to show it to my mom. And it is Mother's Day. It is all Mother's Day, and get her opinion on what she thinks her daughter has created. Uh, Maybe not even knowing the story that I've created. So take it away. Take it away, Connie.
I want to get your reaction. I want you to hold this, and I just want to hear what you have to say about it. I know your eyesight might not be able to see it perfectly.
It's a little blurry now. Let's see. What is my first reaction?
Yeah, just what do you see?
What do I see? I see a gory person.
So this is a human skull right there.
Oh, that's so tiny. I saw this first.
Yeah. So these are human skulls on his belt, and they're kind of glowing green.
Oh, they're kind of in a funny place.
I think they're trophies. I think it's actually a girl Minotaur, because she has 4 nipples, actually.
Oh my goodness, I didn't. Yeah, now.
So
I
think she has been a little angry.
This kind of looked like what King Henry VIII would have put on the outside of its armor.
Oh yeah, well maybe she is doing it in a mocking kind of way, like I don't have King Henry's genitals, but I'm still protecting my womanhood. I don't know.
Once I went to England and I saw his armor face to face, I thought, oh, he makes me sick. Anyway, I don't like King Henry VIII.
Yeah, you didn't like how he was a show-off.
I didn't like the way he treated his wives. I didn't know he was such a show-off.
He was kind of he's a jerk.
He was so focused on having a son. Anyway.
Yeah,
okay.
and what's so great about having a son, right, Mom?
Ooh, look at that. That's pretty cool stuff down there. That
like
grassy
that?
stuff. Yeah.
You like the grass? Cane?
I do.
Can you see, like, if you turn him or turn her around, you can probably see.
I need to probably get in better light.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
Vision is a little off. Oh, now I can see better. Okay.
I kind of want you to look at the coloration of her skin more than anything.
Oh.
Just all the different tones and colors you see in the skin.
Oh, yeah, I do now that you bring that to my attention. Because, yeah, that looks fairly similar, but then that's different. But then you come down there and that's different altogether.
Yeah. Here, look on. Do you see her? Turn her around.
Look.
Look at her left shoulder. Her left top shoulder.
This one.
Yeah. You can see, like,
with the red in here.
Yeah. Well, because she's
blue.
diseased. Like she has. Those are all pustules on her.
Oh yeah. Oh look.
And it's
that
like
one.
it's
that
rupturing out of her body.
That's what that looks like there.
Yeah.
I don't see. No wonder she looks like she does in her face. She's in a lot of pain.
Yeah,
she's in a lot of misery.
Yeah, she's not a very happy Minotaur lady.
Minotaur. Well, look at all these things coming out.
And those ones are glowing,
and
they're like magic.
And this is red. That looks bloody.
Yeah, it's like you have like a rat down here.
Oh yeah.
Do you see these?
This looks all.
Do you see these maggots on the ground?
Oh, is that what
those are actually what's inside of her.
Oh,
there's a story behind it. There's a story behind it, Mom.
Is it the story you've created, or is it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh my goodness, 4 arms.
Yeah, she has 4 arms.
I'm telling you, this is not all warm and fuzzy.
Okay, what do you think about the paint job, though?
I would not care for her to be facing me in the bed.
Yeah. Well, lucky for you, Mom. I don't think she's looking for a partner right now.
Looks like fly maggots right there.
Those are what's inside of her body, popping out of these pustules and stuff. Like each pustule is one.
Because you created that in your mind?
Yeah.
Oh, yuck. This is nothing but gory.
Don't you think it's fascinating?
Well, I will say it's fascinating. Oh, look at the stuff coming up. Are you sure this is a she? Because
It is a she, yeah.
I don't even think it qualifies to be a he
I'm
either.
giving her as a gift to,
Kind of like Ursula. What are you gonna call?
yeah. Well, I
Oh
don't
my
think
goodness.
I don't think she's something that you see in like a good dream. I think it's probably a
No,
nightmare.
I probably don't need anything like. Oh, this looks like snakes coming.
Yeah.
I don't need anything to create a bad dream. So.
Okay. Can you comment at least on the paint?
Well,
the paint job.
The subject is different, but than the paint, because I still am so impressed. Look at the little tiny white dots that you put in there, or between the knuckles, or
Yeah.
something of that.
Yeah.
How in the world you can do that? Or look, the shading behind the grass even.
Thanks,
Now,
Mom.
what happens? How you paint or glue the grass on?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Even that is pretty.
Well, Mom,
Oh,
even
look
if
at
even
that.
if you don't like
I'd
the
give you
subject
an
matter,
A+. I
thank
would
you.
give
Even
you
if
an
you,
Oh,
knowing
look at
that
the
you are,
thumbnail.
yeah, knowing that you are proud of me for my paint, that
Yeah.
is enough.
Okay.
I just like you being proud of my skill.
Oh, yes, I'm very. Now, is this the light, or did you put? Oh, no, that changed. So it must be the reflection of the light. Or
Yeah.
is that a? Is
Yeah,
there
watching-
white there?
No, it's glossy.
Oh.
It's
okay.
supposed to, if like you touch it, it's like slick.
I would
It's
be
supposed to look like fresh blood. So
Oh well, yeah.
yeah, that's all purposeful.
Although I've never thought of a snake made out of blood coming out of my back.
Think of it as these
Oh.
are parasites inside of her, like bursting out of her body and stuff.
Well, maybe if some of mine would come out, I would feel better.
Okay, one more thing. I just want to show you
Okay.
this. So you see this little guy right here? It's a little goblin hanging on.
Oh, purple and green with a
Well,
white nose.
There's a bat. He's hanging out in a bag, and the bag is tied to the belt
Oh
of her.
Oh my goodness.
Just
This
like a
is
little-
the knee right here.
Yep, you got it.
Oh my word.
So that little goblin is probably her next snack. How do you feel about that?
I no. Well, is this some teeth?
Oh, that's a
Coming out of-
skull. That's a skull that she has in her bag.
A skull with teeth, or no?
Well, skulls have teeth.
This kind of looks like a baby rhino's nose or something.
Well, I wanted to show off my art to you.
Well, great. I love to look at your art.
Even if it's disgusting and terrifying
No. Yeah,
and
right.
nightmare-inducing.
It's more terrifying and yeah.
Oh.
It's
So good.
yeah.